hello, and welcome to another episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, from now on every Monday. So, think of Monday as, Eric's weekly wrestling show. I will be live only on Monday, so make sure you guys, Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show so you guys don't miss that notification when the greatest wrestling show goes live. No, I'm just kidding. No, well, it's a good show. It's a good show, but I'm not all braggy about it. I'm not really douchey, but I'm just kidding. No, it's not really anything like that. I just want to, it's a podcast from a fan for the fans, and it's super cool. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Sorry, excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl. I did not. I got to be honest. I thought it was a terrible game. Terrible game, terrible halftime show, in my opinion, obviously, 1,010%. What happened to the Kansas City Chiefs? No one really knows. Maybe something was said in the locker room, but they just seemed absolutely just demoralized. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts, obviously, that defensive front. Man, crazy. Having that much hurries, 6 sacks, I think. I don't think they blitzed once. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. And, honestly, Nick Sirianni, pretty good effort. On the other side, Andy Reid, there was contemplation on, him and Kelsey about maybe retiring within the next couple of years. Obviously, no three-peat. There is no history, that is being, that was made, which, I was happy about. I did not want to see the Chiefs three-peat. I did not, after the season that they had, one-score games, just being, having that edge, and people were saying about the whole referees and stuff like that. I think it's nonsense. I think, it comes down to, one little mistake, and the Chiefs absolutely can capitalize, and that's why it seems like it was such a big deal when the referees would throw the flag, because immediately, Kansas City would, use it to their advantage, and and a lot of fans, they need an out, it's an excuse, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Obviously during the Super Bowl there was never really any hardcore controversial flags. The first, I think the first 2 offensive series one by Philadelphia, one by Kansas City, there was a flag that probably shouldn't have been called, but no, they went out there, let them play, and like I said, congratulations to the Eagles. That's crazy. Well, we're here to talk about wrestling. It's a wrestling show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This first segment, we're going to talk about SmackDown. Obviously, going to review SmackDown. Second segment, we're going to talk about Raw. Usually, I wait till after the podcast to talk about Monday Night Raw. It was around 5 o'clock. No, I think scratch that. I think it was around 5. It was around 5:30, and I kind of got a wild hair at my butt, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing research for obviously the other the segments on the show, and I was like, let's just watch Raw. Let's just do it. You know what I mean? Now that I'm only going to be live Monday nights, might as well do, just cram as much as I possibly can, and it would be interesting to kind of jump my segments up to maybe 6 or 7, but but who knows? Overall, it was a great episode of Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about it after we talk about some SmackDown, which was a good episode as well. It was a decent episode, obviously, building up momentum toward Elimination Chamber, and with SmackDown being 3 hours, I like the fact that they are introducing different talents. Obviously, you guys found out over the weekend all those stars that were released by WWE, and it just makes you think who's gonna be next. But yeah, it was a good episode. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. But first, whether if you got a burning question or hot take in terms of the world of professional wrestling here at the GSMC Sports Network, we want you guys to feel absolutely included. If you're dying to share it or get something off your chest, we are all ears. This show is all about keeping the conversation lively, making sure your voice is part of the mix. So don't be shy, drop your thoughts inside that chat. And if you really want to make sure your comment, question, or concern, hit up that super chat, which guarantees anything you guys put inside that little chat box there. It's going to be featured or talked about, maybe even debated about on the show. Plus, it's a great way to support the channel. Definitely 1,010%. We rely on your guys' support. Keep supporting us, and we're gonna do what we do best: is entertain you guys, making sure you guys consume all the sports content that you guys love so damn much. And guess what? It's absolutely 1,010% free. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to the show and the network. We are super grateful for each and every one of you guys who joins us here daily on the GSMC Sports Network. Your support makes all the difference. So let's keep this party. Let's get this party started. I couldn't get that out of my mouth. I don't know why. Let's get this party started. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome, and together we will make sure this is the best wrestling podcast in the world. Of course, if the super chat not your thing, go ahead and hit up that tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here, the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity 1,010% of the time. But in terms of talking sports, it's inevitable. There's going to be some criticisms. There's going to be some disagreements. It's already water under the bridge. It's all gravy, baby. Don't even worry about it. Just want to make sure you guys feel comfortable and make sure, this is our wrestling podcast. So don't be shy and drop your thoughts inside that chat. All right, so without further ado, let's talk about some WWE Smackdown. Jey Uso has been making it a habit as of late to be the first one to to come on, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. He kicks off the show. Obviously, he invites the WWE champion Cody Rhodes out to talk about, maybe I might choose you. Maybe I might choose you. It'd be very honorable to have a main event with you at WrestleMania. Obviously, he said, or I could be standing next to you as champion. And, based on what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight, I think he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. It's kind of been that way. I ultimately heard rumors that Gunther was probably going to drop the belt at WrestleMania. And then I think he's going to start, building up some momentum toward his feud. That is, supposed to be Goldberg's final match. I think it's supposed to be with Gunther. So that should be interesting. But I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss Gunther. I'm gonna miss him as a champion. Maybe he finds his way back into the Intercontinental Championship picture. That would ultimately be, I think, a great choice. But Braun Breaker right now, he's represented the title super freaking well. But the World Heavyweight Championship, being around the waist of Jey Uso, another fan favorite. I love Gunther. I love his attitude. I love his raw, and I love his talent. I love the way he dominates inside the ring, but then at the same time finds, he kind of creates a lot of, how do you say it? Like, he creates a lot of momentum, and he creates a lot of spots for his opponents to actually, shine. Like having a match with Gunther, whether you win or lose, you find your way. You kind of put your name on the map. So that's something that I'm definitely gonna miss. From Gunther as the World Heavyweight Champion. But Jey Uso, he's so over right now. So over. Everybody loves the yeeting, and it's crazy. He opens up every show so far. And, that yeeting thing goes for like 10 minutes. It's crazy. And then Pat McAfee does it, and Michael Cole tries to do it, and it's funny as hell. But, Jey Uso will ultimately kind of lock down the spot as, as the main guy on Raw. Which, this could be good. This could definitely be interesting, especially with the whole Roman Reigns thing. He has the Ulafala. Who is he going to challenge Cody again? I honestly doubt it. I doubt it a lot. CM Punk is expecting a favor from Paul Heyman. Maybe the favor is, Jey Uso when he wins. The first person he's defending his title against is CM Punk. Family friend kind of thing. Maybe that's what's up. Maybe that was the favor. But Tama Tanga, Jakob, Fatu come out, brawl. Bam. It happens, Jacob Fatu says my family needs that title back to kind of get prestige back into it. But, they ended up having a tag team title match at the end of the night. Bianca Belair defeats Piper Niven, Elimination Chamber qualifier. I thought that was a great match. Bianca, she's in. I don't think Naomi's going to get in. It would be kind of not trying to be mean or anything, but kind of, in my opinion, would be kind of like a waste of a spot. DIY cut in a good promo. I love the fact that DIY, they're embracing this overall heel attitude. I love how Johnny Gargano. I like how Johnny Gargano's on the mic. I do. Tommaso Ciampa, he's a little edgy. I got to be honest. But when Johnny Gargano kind of handles himself, I love it. Pretty Deadly comes out, obviously super pissed off because DIY was supposed to be their friends, give them a title shot, and they got the title shot. They Nick Aldis came out, made the match. If Pretty Deadly defeated DIY, which they did pretty fast actually. The match didn't take too long. Pretty Deadly. They got lucky. Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, obviously thrown off guard. They weren't even in their wrestling gear, but who am I to make excuses for DIY? Next, we have a triple threat qualifier for the Elimination Chamber match. We had Big Jim Uso against Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. It was a good match. I liked it. I liked how the match showed that that Drew McIntyre, he's big, he's bad, he's a top heel. But, someone like Jimmy Uso could ultimately hang in the ring with them. I definitely thought when Jimmy Uso was in that match, he was hitting a lot of good spots. He didn't look slow. He didn't really have any miscues, no botches, no nothing like that. Jimmy Uso, he understands how to play the game inside the ring, so to speak. Obviously, him and his brother have been, dominating the tag team division for quite some time now. But, Jimmy Uso, I definitely think he's going to get a shot down the line for the United States Championship. WWE Championship, a whole different story. Maybe Money in the Bank winner. Maybe he'd be an interesting Money in the Bank winner, I gotta be honest. Is he gonna cash in on his brother? Is he gonna cash in on, Cody Rhodes or whoever is the WWE champion, which will probably be Cody Rhodes. But I definitely like the way that Jimmy Uso stays relevant with the actions that he kind of has inside the ring, and he's good on the mic as well. Obviously not like his brother. He's nowhere going to be near the Yeet Master, yeeting all over the place. But he puts on some good matches, and he could definitely hold a title. But sad to say, I don't think it will ever be a WWE main championship. The LA Knight still, after losing his United States Championship, seems like he's kind of been floating around the roster. Obviously, all the talent in the world. He has all the talent in the world, but maybe if he right now would definitely be time for just something to switch up. Maybe for him to kind of come off as a cocky, arrogant man. The LA Knight turns heel, and then the United States Championship picture gets a little more interesting, especially if Jimmy Uso decides to, if they decide to put the belt on Uso. But then now you have Carmelo Hayes, Andrade still biting at the bits, The Miz. What's going to happen when the White Six come to SmackDown? SmackDown's packed, and obviously it's going to stay 3 hours until I think Triple H said in a press conference till July, I believe, one of those months. So right now would definitely be the time to kind of throw out as much possible storylines, a little by trial by error. Let's see how this works out and see if we can get some of these superstars that are on the SmackDown roster. Let's get them a job. Let's get them a job. Obviously, I hate seeing superstars released. I hate getting that notification on Instagram or whatever wrestling news source you like to use. But it just sucks when I found out Baron Corbin was released, and even back in the day back in, I think it was 2020 during the COVID years, during the Thunderdome era, you just saw people just get released AOP released once again. It's crazy. It's like I said, sad, sucks. Indy Hartwell, she was another one that was pretty damn awesome. Sonya Deville, I guess, is another name that was part of the people being released. Elektra Lopez, who I thought was going to get a little bit more attention, obviously with Los Garza and Santos Escobar probably kind of cementing his name within that United States Championship, or maybe the WWE. I feel like whenever he fights inside the ring, Santos he does pretty good matches, and Cody Rhodes is going to need a new opponent. And right now, I don't think they're going to start anything new, especially heading toward WrestleMania. So definitely the first episode of Monday Night Raw in Las Vegas, WrestleMania. Maybe we find who's going to take on Cody Rhodes next. So where's Randy Orton? Where the hell is he? Are we going to have a WrestleMania without Randy Orton? That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Next, we have a Kevin Owens promo, obviously talking about how Sami Zayn hurt his feelings and said he's going to pay. Akira Tozawa is defeated by Carmelo Hayes in a pretty good match. It was a pretty good, decent match. Charlotte Flair cuts a promo, seems super confident, obviously interrupted by Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, she wants to prove herself. She wants to prove herself. She is the future of WWE. Charlotte Flair, it was kind of interesting to kind of see them stand side by side, and I was like, twinsies, but at the same time, it was kind of like, I'm not too sure how much younger Tiffany Stratton is to Charlotte Flair, but you could definitely see it. The fans could see it. And, you love her, you hate her. Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair, and she's going to go in the ring and do Charlotte Flair things. She's kind of like a sure thing like Patrick Mahomes. It's, the success is undeniable. It's crazy. It's crazy. She told Tiffany Stratton how you're begging me to make you a star at WrestleMania. And that's true. That's true. At first, I was like, oh, dude, if Tiffany Stratton gives Charlotte Flair a shot at that title, she can kiss that baby goodbye, man. But this could definitely be a great way to make Tiffany Stratton, basically this new high-end main eventer. I feel, and I could be wrong, I feel as of right now, she doesn't have that. I don't think she has it yet. I don't. Obviously, she's defending her title against Nia Jax next SmackDown. If she finds a way to convincingly win there, and she defeats somebody like Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, people could be singing a whole different tune about Tiffy time, man. But as of right now, like she comes out, I'm not sure if she's a heel or a babyface or what the hell she's doing. But I feel like WWE needs to choose a path for Tiffany Stratton right now. So nothing. Obviously, you don't mess up her title reign, her title run, because then that could happen. That could really happen. Next, Nia Jax comes out, interrupts, talking about the blonde back and forth nonsense. Then Alexa Bliss comes out. The ring clears, and we have a match. We have Alexa Bliss defeated Candice LeRae with Sister Abigail into the DDT. I thought that was a pretty bad finishing move. I don't think we're going to see the Twisted Bliss anymore, which is kind of sad because I thought that move was kind of fire. Los Garza, Motor City Machine Guns have a promo backstage. The SmackDown Tag Team Division is heating up, absolutely pretty deadly. You got the Profits, Los Garza, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY. So if they do that, and Tanga, Jakob Fatu, if they decide to jump into the Tag Team Division, they could definitely shake it up for the good. So I think that I'm definitely hot on the SmackDown Tag Team Division right now. It's pretty cool. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso team up to take on Tanga, Jacob Fatu. It was a good match, great match. But then you had the baby faces win. It was kind of cool. But then Solo Sikoa returns, which I like. I like that they're not just giving up on him. I feel like from now on, maybe Solo Sikoa, they kind of put him up. I felt like WWE kind of set him up to fail. And my reasons why is I thought he challenged Cody Rhodes way too early, about this whole thing with when he decides to steal the Ulafala, and then he, the moment Roman Reigns comes back, he loses. I think ultimately, although he did, have some good matches with Roman Reigns and during the whole Bloodline storyline so far, and he actually cleanly pinned him at Bad Blood, a lot of people think that Solo Sikoa, he doesn't look weak. I think his character really looks weak right now. And, him coming out to, fight Cody Rhodes, kind of showing and being like, hey, I'm not backing down. I'm still here. I'm still a threat. I'm definitely, I'll come for your title. I'll take it. Don't underestimate me. So, I want to see something better for Solo. I do. I definitely would love to see him. But then again, if I feel like he goes to the United States Championship, I don't know why. I just feel like that's a demotion, and it's WWE's fault because they wanted this whole Bloodline storyline super quick at Survivor Series, and they got it, and it was a hell of a match. It was pretty cool. It was nice to see the original Bloodline get back together, but I don't know. It's just I feel like right now for Solo Sikoa to be successful in WWE, he needs to come out looking stronger than ever after Mania. After WrestleMania, you just have Solo Sikoa be this complete and utter badass every single time he steps into the ring. He wins in dominating fashion. You know, I don't want to see him with I don't want to see cheap wins anymore. I want to see Solo Sikoa's character. Kind of want to see him look himself in the mirror. And you know, Tonga Loa, Jakob Fatu, obviously they still back him. And you know, for him, he's like, you know what? I need to get better. I see failure in the mirror, and I can't have that. I am going to totally change my whole perception. I'm going to change my whole persona, and I'm going to, you know, I think he's going to start kicking ass. And I feel like he needs that. I definitely feel like Solo Sikoa needs something different, because if you just have him come back, you know, he attacks Cody Rhodes, and then he loses again, and then it's just like, you know, wash, rinse, and repeat all over. And I feel like that would be super detrimental to a young talented star that they wanted to make Solo. You know, him kind of going after the Ulafala, pretty ballsy. And I thought that was, you know, obviously you get respect going after things, although sometimes you might not get it. Sometimes you have to have the cojones just to be like, yeah, I'm gonna try. All right, guys, so hey, do not go anywhere. We talked about SmackDown, and now we're going to talk about some WWE Monday Night Raw. We're going to review the episode when we come back. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds. So hey, do not go absolutely anywhere.